But the rehearsal, right?
Or no,
what were you talking about?
No, yeah. Speaking of rehearsal,
we had to rehearse the first bit to get to this.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, rehearsal.
I stepped on it again.
Okay, Brian, just stop talking
No,
for 10 seconds.
Just talk.
Okay,
I have nothing.
Just so the Zoom delay doesn't get affected again here. Okay,
Brian's
Christian.
interruption right now is
There we go.
Antifa. That's
There we
what
go.
that's what that is right now.
Antifa's interrupting everything.
Antifa.
Okay, we're watching the rehearsal. Okay, we got
Yes,
it.
we're watching
got it
the
out.
rehearsal.
We got it out.
I haven't seen the third episode, the Gold Digger one,
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
but I watched the first two.
Okay.
Did you watch all three?
I've seen all three. Brian, have you
I've seen all three.
Okay.
Let me close my
Before
ears.
we get into this, should preface it, I am not familiar with Nathan Fielder's work. Really,
Neither am I.
not
Son
that
of a
much
bitch.
at all.
What
I'm
are you,
sorry.
Antifa?
I've seen a few clips of Nathan For You. I've seen a few little snippets, but I've not seen any like full episodes of anything he's done. I know he was in that The Night Before holiday movie with Seth Rogen and
Seth
Joseph
Rogen.
Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, yeah, I
He
remember
was
that.
funny in that, but that's all I've really seen him in.
Okay,
Christian, have you seen any episodes of Nathan For You?
I've seen TikTok clips.
I have seen TikToks for that. Yeah.
I looked up that clip, that thing that we were talking about in the text chat earlier,
The gas station one?
where he breaks, and maybe in full context it would have been funnier for me. But
You watched the whole instead of a minute-long video.
yeah, so I'm sure I would have laughed a lot. Oh, he broke! Look at he broke.
Yeah. He does that every time?
He broke. But no, I know next to nothing about this guy either. So
Oh my God.
when I started
remember
watching,
I remember watching it in college. I'm
Oh.
going to speak over you because I'm the biggest fan.
Yeah, back in
we'll
the
let you
Nathan
take this one.
Fielder.
when you were in college in the 90s,
Yeah, I think it was 2012, 2013.
definitely not
I don't remember.
2011.
Back when you can make these nuts jokes.
Oh,
Yeah. That's when I started watching the Nathan For You. And I understand it wasn't a big show. It was on the Comedy Central. It wasn't on a network. It wasn't on a streaming service. It was just on Comedy Central. And some of those shows don't transfer. But I loved it. And I tried to tell everybody about it. And now people are... I didn't know you in 2012.
did you?
No.
Antifa did.
Yeah, you knew Antifa about it. No, but so it was fun seeing like his rise in his style of humor because after that he wrote for Sacha Baron Cohen's show.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Not This Is America.
I thought it was This Is America.
No, that's the Childish Gambino song.
Y'all got
Who
me
is
tripping. No.
America? Who is America?
Who is
then?
Who is
That's what it
America?
is. Yes,
It's someone-
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Y'all got
So
me
he wrote-
tripping. No.
Yeah, so he wrote
Thank
for
you,
that
Christian.
one.
Got it in the second time.
No, I'm going part of the song. He
I know.
does it again.
I know. Go on, Brian.
Yeah, Nathan wrote for that, and then he wrote for a few other things, and now like this is like his huge. I don't even know if it's that huge actually, because it's kind of like still.
I mean,
just like what
I was gonna say the reason why I'm watching it is I kind of heard some buzz about it.
from like outside.
Yeah, the Internet Today guys. They kind of mentioned it on one of their shows, and then I saw some stuff on Twitter. I was like, "What is this show?" And then I watched it, and again, not being familiar, I was like, "What the fuck is
Bit of
this?"
an adjustment at first, I'd say.
Oh, you got! Oh my gosh! So
No,
this.
Hold on.
No.
No. First episode's my favorite of all three so far.
Yeah,
But
exactly, yeah.
I will say, like, it took me like 10 minutes to like understand what I was watching because
Yes.
I'm not familiar with his work at all. So I'm like,
Same.
oh, what? Oh,
But
okay.
As soon as he explained what was going on, I think I laughed for like 5 minutes straight. Like while he was explaining everything that he was doing, I was just nonstop laughing. I was like, "This is fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
I will say about this one. So Nathan, for you, he has a whole theme, like introduction song kind of thing.
He explains
he's
what
like-
the show is.
Yeah, he's like, my name is Nathan Fielder, and I went to business school and got really good grades, and now I'm helping small businesses with this and this way. And the rehearsal, he doesn't really explain that. It just like starts.
Yeah.
It starts,
So it
but then he gradually starts to explain
Yeah,
everything.
but it kind of assumes that you know his type of humor and that he's playing a character, but he's also playing with real people
Right.
and manipulating all of them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Is it though? I mean, if they
It's been a big topic of discussion I've seen. It's been a discourse, if you will, on the Twitter of like,
scores nuts. But I mean, there's all these people are signing off to be in the show.
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough if you don't see like the raw footage of it to know like what was edited out and shit like that. But
I
from what
guess.
we're seeing, it's kind of like they're just they're doing this to themselves. Like basically what you're saying.
I mean, if anything, like the first episode, I just felt bad for the guy more than
Seemed
anything.
like a sweetheart.
Seemed like a sweet person.
Yeah.
And I loved how it kind of like turned out to be and everything in that one without spoiling anything. But
first one does have my favorite joke of the series so far.
Which one? What is it?
I'm just gonna say the invention of gunpowder.
Yeah.
I think is my favorite joke in the whole thing.
His response is just fucking great.
I love him just like subtly giving answers. It was so good. I guess. What did he say?
He's like, days like these, I get mad at the Chinese for making gunpowder.
That one killed me, and then like the random like construction worker that was there.
He's like, it's not the tallest building.
That looked like the Burj Khalifa.
That's the tallest one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then Nathan and the guy, Nathan knows what's going on, but the other guy, Core, I think his name, he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
As if it's normal. This guy
It's a normal thing to hear.
Spitting trivia out.
Oh, the worst, not the worst, but when he shows up to the bar and then he tells the people to move. He's like, "Oh, my mom died of brain cancer."
Oh yeah.
And then they go away, and then one guy's just like, "Yeah, I had a family member die of cancer too." It's just like, oh no,
it's so uncomfortable. Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That was the thing where you're like, oh, like if people were put in these real situations, like they were being nice about it. Like some people can just be assholes. You would expect people to be assholes and just be like, no, this is my table.
Yeah.
Move the fuck aside.
Yeah.
Similar. That's what I was thinking of the bad trip with
people just being good.
Eric Andre, where like it's like they're setting up to like the prank isn't making them look stupid. The prank is getting the reactions.
Right.
And most of the time they're trying to help out the guy.
Yeah.
Eric Andre is the fucking idiot and going like crazy person, but the people, the real people are nice. And that's what I like about the rehearsal.
Like he's like, he's legit like trying to help them. Cause I was waiting for like, okay, like, is this guy like secretly a terrible person? Is the girl that like, you know, he's confessing all these things to, is she just like going to be like a Karen, like a horrible racist or something? Like I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny part in the beginning where he's like, yeah, like, she can get violent. He's like, what?
And she really didn't like show anything like that.
No violent tendencies at all to the reveal.
She's like, oh, okay, that's no big deal.
It's like, yeah, I don't want to tell this secret I've held for 12 years because I have one friend that can get really violent about it.
In particular, in regards to secrets.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, I don't want to reveal her name, but I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah. And then they
the
just
whole
say
rest
it.
of the episode talking about.
It's like, what? But that's what's so good about the first episode. It's like it's built up around anxiety and feeling like having all these kind of things play out in your head. Where like the main guy, he's just so anxious inside, where he's like, if I do reveal this secret that I've been holding on to, will I be judged? And like kind of spoilers, but like it doesn't play out the way he thought.
Right.
So that's just like, it's literally a show about like anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when they're sitting, the main guy and the actual girl, not the actor girl, which by the way, the girl that plays the actor,
great.
she's so good.
Every episode, the people playing the other person are so fucking good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But when they're just sitting and he keeps looking back, waiting for the pizza,
and
they're just in
it's
silence.
intense.
Like, oh my God,
That was
like,
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's like you can feel it in him where he's like, I want to tell her, but I can't. So
and then he says something, and he's like, oh. And then he goes away. I was like, oh no. So yeah, the first episode was great. The second episode, just kind of like, almost instantly, like the girl, I was just like, oh, I'm done with her.
No, that's the problem. I didn't care for the person, the main woman. So it's like when we spend 2 episodes with her, so she's in the next one, Christian.
The episode, I think the third one was called Gold Digger, right?
It's not about her though.
It's not about
she's
her.
in it, but like it's more like a through line while he also works on another one.
Okay, that's kind of I kind of figured like okay, we're coming back to this because at the end, okay.
But it is crazy because when you see like they invest so much time, and effort, like they recreated a whole bar set.
And they keep adding to the set and adding more buildings in there. It's becoming like a whole town,
a little town. Yeah.
So to like invest all that into this one woman in the second episode, where it's like, yeah, it can pay off poorly. but we just have to continue, even if she's like a shitty person that you don't root for, that you don't care about. You still have to like see it through.
Right.
And it works because we're also greeted with one of the most fascinating people I think I've ever seen on TV. Was
my God,
the guy who crashed his Scion TEC at going
fucking the numbers guy.
Robin.
Yeah. Oh, 55. Did you hear that? Yeah. 55 Genesis. Wow. Yeah. Blah, blah.
Just fascinating, man.
Just
And it could have been a funnier car to like to repeatedly tell the story for. Because like it's just a perfect car that like people who had him thought they were really cool, but they're also like can kind of make fun of him a little bit. Like it's just a perfect car.
There was a part where like they go back to the apartment and he starts talking to his roommate, and then it just hard cuts to them fighting and just like bickering.
Why are you stepping at me, bro?
Jesus loves you, man. Jesus loves you, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so we meet that character, Robin. We're like, okay, like that's how people think, because we're seeing the world through his eyes, and like the way he loves God, has his faith and numbers and all that stuff. We're like, okay, that's normal, kind of. Yeah. But then we meet his roommate, who's like, bro, just like if you met a girl, you met a girl. You don't have to see the numbers in the girl. Just meet the girl.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, there is a normal person talking to him, but then they get into a fight.
Yeah. And he rips the bong, and he's like, "You sure you can drive?" And I was like, "No, I do it all the time." Hard cut to Nathan driving the car.
Well, even before that, he's like, "You don't have a license plate?" He's like, "No, I don't need one."
I'm pretty sure you do.
That's what I thought. Like, there's no way this guy's freaking
It's fascinating.
Real. There's no way this guy's real.
Yeah.
No, so, I don't need one.
Yeah. It's a very interesting show.
And like I wasn't like making fun of him. Like I want to see a whole season just about this particular person.
Yeah, and Brian, you had sent us an article that Vice had done on that guy specifically, and how he was pretty upset with like the betrayal of him.
I'd imagine he would be. But,
yeah, I mean, you know, I guess it does come down to the betrayal and like how they edit things together, because it could be perceived one way. I mean, when the second Borat movie came out, like all the stuff with like Rudy Giuliani, it was like clearly edited to make him look more like a sicko than he really was. I mean, there was some weird stuff going on.
Still kind of was, but
there definitely was, but it wasn't like, you know, I don't think it nearly was as bad as it was portrayed to be. Okay. But I don't think it's like, I don't think that
Christian come after Borat too, huh? Dang.
Wow.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure we talked about this. So that had the same conversation.
I don't remember anything we said.
I'm not here. I'm not like a Giuliani fan. 2001.
We
were all rooting for him after 9/11 because he came out there.
He was America's mayor.
He was going out there. The second he started bleeding black, we were like, no way. We can't deal with this guy anymore.
Did you guys ever watch Jerry Seinfeld's comedian documentary?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, so like the way. Like there's a comedian, Orny Adams, that's in it, and like the way he was portrayed, he said like he was on Maron's podcast like a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they edited me to look like the villain of the movie," and he's like, "I was in on the joke. I was being an asshole because like, of course, like it's the first time I see cameras in my face and I'm being funny, like or walking up to an Uber driver or taxi and saying like, no one's gonna open the door for me." Like he says he's playing it up. So I just wonder, like you say with Robin, this guy in the rehearsal, is he playing it up or is he just that person? Like, I don't know.
Who tells the same story 8 times about crashing his Scion TC after going 100 miles an hour?
He packed his bong in a thing and he was going to, and like,
to take care of a kid.
Yeah, like there's some weird stuff with him. And then even like, he was like, she doesn't want to have sex. He's like, oh, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
we
can.
Are you celibate? He's like, I don't know.
He's like,
we'll see.
I like when he's like, do you use condoms? He's like, no.
Not really.
Not really.
But Nathan's so good at pointing out. He's like, what is this? And he pulls out the bong and he's like, you want to take a hit?
Hard cut to them taking a hit. He takes a hit. That was the other thing too. Like I legit didn't know if like that's who Nathan is or if he was playing a character or not.
It's hard. I mean, he's definitely playing a character, but if you see him on talk shows too,
he's kind of like that.
It feels like he's always playing a character. Like you really never see the real Nathan.
Okay.
That's what's kind of frustrating and cool at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. You can keep that going.
Yeah, like if you see him on Conan's show, he brought out Susan Sarandon like as a bit. I don't know if you guys remember or ever saw that. But
she's hot right now.
Like what's that?
She's hot right now.
Yeah.
Is
this was like 10 years ago.
Got it.
I mean, in a different way, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But no, he's always like, it feels like he's always doing a bit. and like you never really know the real him.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that he's like you said, he's sticking to it.
Yeah, and even the ending of the second episode, where it calls back to the first episode about like the chart, like that crazy graphic that he creates for the guy on how to remember all these all these routines on how to specifically remember all these things, and he's doing it himself to like rehearse and then say to the people that he's calling about all the babies. And then it got to a point where I was like, wait, are they just like, is like the girl wanting to be a mom a ploy? And he's really exposing like all these parents just giving their babies out for like nothing. Because like they kind of kept cutting to the moms, and they're like, are you okay with that? And they were like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. Like just like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's like third level type shit.
Yeah.
It's like
I laugh every time they bring in the fake baby though.
Yeah.
It's just like a nanny cam of just the baby sleeping. A grown man climbs through the window.
I was so confused
fake
in the cold open, because like they have to switch the babies because you're only allowed to film with babies for like 3 hours. Yeah. And I thought the whole thing was, oh, are they like tricking this woman and thinking this is the same baby the whole time? But no,
I love how he explains it too. He's like, according to Washington or Oregon labor laws, I can't have a child past 7:30.
Yeah.
So then we replace him with a robot child.
Yeah. Oh, and the night owl guy.
The night owl.
you said you were a night owl, and he's like, yeah, and then that I think that was a bit. I don't think that guy was like.
It's. You can never know.
Tell.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was funny though. Yeah.
But yeah, Rehearsal. It's a good show. Check it out. HBO Max weekly.
And